Right now, there is probably a person in your life who calls you a friend, sits across from you, laughs at your jokes, and secretly does at least one of the 7 things you're about to see. Maybe more than one. And somewhere deep down, you already know it. You felt that little flicker in your gut that whispers something here isn't right. And then you talked yourself out of it because you didn't want it to be true. So today, we're going to name every one of those signs out loud, clearly, so you never have to second guess that feeling again. These are 7 things that only a fake friend would do to you. And pay very close attention as we go, because the 7th one is the quietest of them all, and it does the most damage by far. Most people don't even notice it until they're already completely drained. So stay with me all the way to the end for that one, because once you can finally see it clearly, you can never unsee it. But first, hi INFJs, welcome back. A quick like helps us out. Now, let's dive in. So let's start with what a fake friend actually is, because it's rarely what you'd expect. A fake friend isn't always cruel or loud or obvious. In fact, they're usually charming, funny, and genuinely easy to be around, which is exactly what makes them so hard to catch. But underneath all that warmth, their attention is fixed on what you can do for them, not on who you actually are. They want your loyalty without ever earning it, and your energy without ever returning it. They keep you close because you're useful, comforting, or convenient, and the moment you stop being any of those things, you'll feel the temperature drop. So how do you tell the real ones from the performers? Are you starting to picture someone specific in your life right now? Someone who fits a little too well, someone whose name just surfaced in your mind? Hold on to that thought as we go. Then let's look closely, because here are the 7 things that only a fake friend would do to you. Number 1, they only reach out when they need something from you. Think back to the last few times this person actually contacted you first. Were they reaching out just to see how you were doing, just because they missed you? Or was there always a favor waiting at the end of the conversation? Do you notice that the very second they get what they came for, they go quiet again, sometimes for weeks? For a big-hearted person, this pattern is painfully familiar. You're generous, you're dependable, and you almost never say no, which unfortunately makes you the perfect target for someone who takes far more than they give. Picture it. Weeks of total silence go by. No texts, no check-ins, nothing. And then, out of nowhere, your phone lights up. Hey, stranger, I know it's been forever, but I'm in a bit of a bind. And honestly, you're the only person I could think of. And because you have a good heart, you help. You always help. You rearrange your day, you talk them through it, you show up. But then notice what happens next. Once the favor is done, do they ever ask how you're doing? Or do they vanish the moment their problem is solved? And on the rare day you needed something back, was that same energy ever there? Or did the story suddenly become, oh, I'm so slammed right now, can we figure it out later? A true friend reaches out when they have nothing to gain, just because you crossed their mind and they wanted to hear your voice. A fake friend treats you like an account they only ever withdraw from and never once deposit into. If someone shows up only when they need a ride, a loan, or a shoulder, and disappears the second you've served your purpose, that isn't a friendship. It's a transaction wearing a friendly face. And the deeply painful part is what it does to you over time. You start to feel less like a friend and more like a service, useful, but never truly wanted. As obvious as that sounds, once you say it out loud, the next sign is far sneakier because this one happens completely behind your back. Number 2, they talk about you behind your back. Have you ever told this person something private, something you shared with almost no one, only to discover later that half your circle somehow already knew? Do people seem to know things about your life that you are certain you never told them directly? Have you ever caught a strange look pass between 2 friends? The kind that tells you a conversation happened without you in the room. And here's the biggest clue of all. Does this friend love to gossip about everyone else just a little too eagerly? Because if they'll happily pick apart other people's lives right in front of you, what on earth makes you think you're the exception the moment you leave the room? Here's the hard truth. Someone who gossips to you will almost always gossip about you. No secret is ever truly safe with a person who treats other people's private lives as their personal entertainment. A genuine friend guards your name when you're not there to guard it yourself. They would rather defend you than earn a cheap laugh at your expense. But a fake friend takes the story you shared in confidence, the fear, the mistake, the embarrassing thing from years ago, and turns it into gossip the instant it makes them look more interesting. And the part that stings the most is the two faces. To your face, they're warm and loyal. Behind your back, they're someone else entirely. You might even confront them one day and hear, "What? I would never say that about you. You know me. I always defend you." Meanwhile, 3 other people can confirm they were the one who started the rumor. For someone as loyal as you, who keeps other people's secrets like they're sacred, that kind of betrayal cuts especially deep. But at least gossip is something you can eventually find out about. The next sign is one they'll hide behind a smile, right to your face. Number 3, they're never truly happy for you. Think about the last time something genuinely wonderful happened in your life. Maybe you landed the job, finished the project, fell in love, or finally reached a goal you'd been chasing for years. When you shared the news with this person, how did they actually react? Did they light up right along with you? Or did their smile look a little tight? Their congratulations sound a little flat, a little rehearsed? Do they have a habit of quickly changing the subject the second the spotlight lands on you instead of them? Do they only seem to reappear in your life when you're struggling and grow strangely distant whenever you're thriving? A real friend celebrates your wins as if they were their own because your happiness genuinely adds to theirs. But a fake friend experiences your success as a threat. So instead of cheering you on, they shrink it. "Oh, that's nice. You got kind of lucky though, right?" Or they instantly one-up you, spinning the conversation back to a bigger story about themselves. Sometimes they hunt for the one flaw in your good news and gently poke at it, just to pull you back down to a level where they feel comfortable again. Picture yourself glowing with excitement, and all you get back is a slow, "Wow, that's a lot of pressure though. Are you sure you can handle all that?" In a single sentence, your joy has been neatly repackaged as a warning. And this one aches especially for people who love hard, because you are always the first to show up clapping the loudest for everyone else. You'll hype up a friend's win for days. So when you finally have your moment, the one you earned, and the person beside you goes cold or competitive, it's confusing and it hurts in a way that's hard to describe. Because how someone handles your happiness tells you everything about how they truly feel about you, far more than their words ever will. But jealousy isn't always this quiet. Sometimes it dresses itself up as kindness. And that's the next sneakier sign. Number 4, they give you compliments that secretly sting. Has this friend ever said something to you that sounded perfectly kind on the surface, but somehow left you feeling smaller afterward? Do their compliments always seem to arrive with a little twist buried right at the end? Have you ever walked away from a conversation replaying their words over and over, trying to figure out why something that sounded so nice managed to make you feel that bad? Welcome to the art of the backhanded compliment, and fake friends are absolute experts at it. "Wow, you actually look really good today. Honestly, I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd be able to pull that off. You're so brave to wear something like that." On the surface, it's flattery. Underneath, it's a quiet little jab, carefully designed to make you doubt yourself while keeping their own hands perfectly clean. And if you ever dare to call it out, watch how fast they retreat behind, "Relax, it was a compliment. Why are you so sensitive?" Suddenly, you're not only hurt, you're also the unreasonable one for noticing. And here's the thing about these little jabs. One on its own seems harmless, easy to brush off, but 100 of them dripped into your ear month after month slowly rewrite the way you see yourself. A true friend builds you up plainly and honestly, with no hidden hook and no fine print. But a fake friend needs you a little unsure of yourself, a little off balance, because your confidence makes you harder to control. And as someone who naturally reads between the lines, who catches the meaning underneath the words, you sense these hidden jabs even when you can't quite prove them. Trust that instinct. If someone's so-called kindness keeps leaving you feeling worse instead of better, then it was never kindness at all. It was control in a prettier outfit. Now, all of that happens while your life is going just fine. But watch what this person does the very second things stop being easy. And keep that seventh sign in the back of your mind as we go, because everything we've covered so far builds toward it. Number 5, they disappear the moment things get hard for you. When was the last time your world was genuinely falling apart, and you looked around to see who was actually still standing beside you? Did this person show up? Or did they suddenly become busy, distant, and impossible to reach the second your life stopped being fun and convenient? Do they adore you at your highest, but vanish at your lowest? Because here's the thing, anyone can be your friend when the sun is shining, and nothing is being asked of them. The real test always comes on the hard days, the messy ones, the ones where you have nothing left to offer but your pain and your tears. A genuine friend sits down with you right there in the dark. They don't need you to be strong or entertaining or okay. They just need you to know that you are not alone in it. But a fake friend treats your struggle like an inconvenience that's interrupting their good time. When you finally gather the courage to reach out, they leave you on red. Or they toss you a quick hollow, "So sorry to hear that. Let me know if you need anything," knowing full well they have no intention of ever following up. And notice how they hand the work right back to you. You, the one who is drowning, are now expected to reach out, explain your pain, and politely ask for help. And here is what cuts the very deepest. You are almost always the friend who shows up. You're the one who drops everything for the people you love. The one on the phone at 2 a.m, the one who carries other people's burdens like they're your own. The one who never once let a friend feel alone. So to reach out in your own darkest hour and hear nothing but silence from someone you were always there for is a uniquely lonely kind of heartbreak. But please hear this clearly. That silence is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of who they were all along, finally showing itself the moment things got hard. And speaking of what happens when the mask finally slips, the next sign is the one that turns your own open heart against you. Number 6, they turn your trust into a weapon. Have you ever opened up to this person in a rare, vulnerable moment, only to have those exact words thrown right back in your face later? In the middle of a disagreement, do they suddenly reach for your deepest insecurities, the ones you only ever shared because you trusted them completely? Do you find yourself carefully editing what you reveal around them, holding back? Because some part of you senses it could all be used against you one day. A real friend receives your vulnerability and holds it gently, like something fragile and precious that you handed them for safekeeping. But a fake friend keeps a hidden file of your weaknesses, collecting your fears, your failures, and your softest spots, and patiently waiting for the moment they become useful. Then, the instant they feel challenged or want the upper hand, they reach right for that file. Well, at least I'm not the one who, and there it is, the precise wound you trusted them never to touch, used as ammunition against you. And once that happens, even a single time, something inside you shifts. You start speaking more carefully around them. You second guess what you share. You keep a part of yourself locked away because your nervous system has learned that this person is not safe. Every conversation starts to feel like a small negotiation where you weigh each word before it leaves your mouth. For a sensitive soul, this is one of the deepest betrayals there is, because opening up has never come easily to you in the first place. You don't hand your heart to just anyone, and it takes you a long time to let someone in past the walls. So when someone takes the trust you so rarely give and sharpens it into a blade, it can make you want to seal yourself off from everyone forever. But please don't let one person's cruelty convince you that your openness is a weakness. The problem was never your tender heart, and it never will be. The problem was only where you placed it and who you placed it with. Now, we've finally reached the one I promised you at the very beginning. The seventh sign is the quietest of them all, and by far the most dangerous, because you can live inside it for years without ever once naming it. Number 7. They leave you feeling drained, anxious, and small. This is the big one, so I want you to stop listening to what this person says and start paying attention to how your body feels around them, because your body has been keeping records that your mind keeps trying to argue with. After you spend time together, do you feel lighter or heavier? Do you often find yourself strangely exhausted, tense, or oddly low after almost every single interaction? Do your shoulders climb up toward your ears the moment their name flashes across your phone screen? Do you rehearse what you're going to say before you see them and then silently dread saying the wrong thing? And here's the biggest tell of all. Have you ever felt a secret wave of relief when they cancel your plans or when they finally get up to leave? That relief is information. Listen to it, because your body figured this out long before your loyal heart was ever ready to. As someone who absorbs the emotional energy of everyone around you, you feel the true nature of a relationship long before you'll let yourself admit it. A real friend leaves you feeling seen, safe, and a little more like yourself than before you arrived. Their presence recharges you. Being around them feels easy, like you can finally exhale. But a fake friend slowly, quietly drains you. You catch yourself walking on eggshells. You over-explain yourself constantly. You leave conversations replaying every word, wondering if you somehow upset them. You shrink, little by little, day by day, just to keep a fragile peace that only ever benefits them. And the cruelest part is how normal it all starts to feel, until you've almost forgotten that you are allowed to feel good and safe and at ease in your own friendships. So consider this your permission to finally notice it. If a person consistently leaves you feeling smaller than you actually are, then no shared history, no old memories, and no amount of, but we've been friends for years, is worth the slow, quiet erosion of your spirit. The people who truly love you will feel like coming home. Everyone else is just whether you've been surviving, telling yourself it's the climate. That is the seventh sign, the one that hides in plain sight. And now that you can finally see it, you will never be able to unsee it again. So there they are, all 7 of the things that only a fake friend would do to you. And if you look closely, every single one of them traces back to one simple truth. Real friendship is built on honesty, trust, respect, and genuine care. A place where both people feel safe, valued, and completely free to be themselves. When even one of those pillars goes missing, what you're left holding isn't a friendship at all. It's a performance, and you're the only one who was never handed the script. And you, of all people, the one who gives so much and asks for so little in return, deserve infinitely more than a performance. You deserve friends who protect your name when you're not around, who celebrate your joy like it's their own, who sit beside you in your sorrow without ever checking the time or the clock, and who love you without needing a single angle. And here's the beautiful, freeing part of it all. The very moment you stop pouring your energy into people who only ever take, you free up space for the ones who actually deserve you. Your loyalty was never the problem. It just needs a worthier home. And the people worthy of it are out there, still waiting for you to stop settling for less than you'd give them without a second thought. So now, we'd really love to hear from you. Did anyone in particular come to mind while you were watching this? Have you ever had to let go of a fake friend? And did that painful goodbye end up making room for something so much better? Let us know down in the comments below, because your story might be exactly what another person scrolling through tonight needs to read. And listen, we know how much it hurts to finally realize that someone you truly cared about was never really in your corner. That grief is real, and you are allowed to feel it. But choosing to see the truth isn't losing a friend. It's finally making space for the real ones who were waiting for you all along. You are not too much, and you were never asking for too much. If this video spoke to something in you today, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep walking through this journey of self-understanding together, one video at a time. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.